Save the Victor Will. How's everybody doing today? Amazing, I hope. It is another video from your older than average YouTuber here on the YouTubes, and we're doing new releases. There's actually some this week and some are pretty exciting, and we're also going to slap some makeup on our face. So if you want to see what brand we are showcasing this week and what new releases have been weighing on my brain, you're in the right place. And you know what you need to do? You need to keep on watching. Hey, are we ready for some new releases and me to slap some makeup on my face? I've already put down foundation, powder, brows, and a little bit of eye primer. I only have a few new releases today. One is super exciting one, and maybe when you get if you know the theme of the video, you'll get what brand it is, so it'll be a big giveaway as to which one I'm excited about. Today I'm going to slap on some Creature Cosmetics onto my face while we chat. I picked up a couple things thanks to my enabler Martha, but they were so cheap it was worth it to get them. The one thing I was actually just going to add, I got two different ones. I got this one here with the hearses on it, and then I got their VHS tape. We all know that I love sometimes when I'm doing a wing to use my Sephora tape, but I thought it would be really fun to try, especially since they were $2 Canadian a roll, to play with their tape and see how that goes, and then play with a few other bits and bobs. Like I said, I bought a couple of these ones and they were like $2 each. I finally got my hands on the Freaky Frankie. So this is this little one. I had gotten the blue one, the Lichen Larry, that I loved. So I thought, well, since I love that little one so much, let's get the green one. So I thought we'd play with that. I got myself an eyeliner. We'll see if it goes. I got myself a lipstick. I think this was like maybe $5. This was $6. This was $7 Canadian. And then the biggest expenditure was to get some Evil Dead brushes, and they were $21.99 Canadian on sale. I think they were regularly almost double that. So that is really good. And then from previous purchase, I do have some other lipsticks, the Lichen Larry, but I also have the Randy's Rules here, and this will cover my contour, my blush, and my highlight all in one go. So that should be fun and easy to create an easy look today. So we're gonna see if we can break it off without using scissors. We can. Okay, so yay. All right, that's what I was worried about. You know, was this gonna be kind of like electrical tape, or I'm gonna need scissors to block it off? Usually I do this without base on, so that could affect the stick a little bit, but there we go. We are ready to roll. So I'm gonna quickly start with putting on a little bit of eyeshadow, and then we can talk. So this is episode 65. Yay to there finally being a few new releases. There were a couple last week. Last week was quite the mixed bag of the things. And this one is a little bit more standard, what are we saying here? Standard makeup items that I love. Yeah, maybe I'll just take this side off for today. That was me, not the tape, because you can see this side is doing really well. This is just the other side, but at least it got me a bit of a shape started. So I'm just going to use the two colors that we have here. So the first release that I have here is from a brand called Salem Cosmetics. I don't have anything from them. It's one I've been watching for a little bit, and I'll just pop up the cover here. And this is a nice, fun, spooky cover. Everything seems to have a nice, spooky theme when it comes to this brand, and I like that. So this is the In My Dreams palette. No, I think glasses are gonna be better. There's a little bit to read here. So this is the In My Dreams palette. It's already available. It came out on the 12th. Today when I film this, it is the 14th. It was $38.88, but if you use the code SASSYFAIRY, SASSYFAIRIE, you could get a discount. But it is a pre-order and you're looking at 4 to 12 weeks, but they're hoping it gets done quicker. So more towards the 4 weeks than the 12 weeks. It is a dreamy 9-pan palette with 3 duochromes and 6 mattes. And it says here, I'm so lucky to have the most talented friends who will be sharing swatches, looks, flat lays, etc. that will showcase this palette better than I ever could. Ha ha. No, I relate to that. I can't wait for you to see, and I hope you have the sweetest dreams. So then here's another photo here where you can see a bit of the cover in a nicer photo, and then you can see the color story there. And it is nice and dark and dreamy. Not a nightmare dreamy, but it's still very dark and gothic. There we go. Sitting in front of the fire, having some mead, reading some Edgar Allan Poe with your palette of makeup on. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Here's a close-up of some of the colors in here. I have 2 different angles, so I think we can see all the shades. But yeah, it looks really nice. I like a 9-pan palette. I think a 9-pan palette is kind of the sweet spot in palettes that you can usually get something to definitely do a cohesive look and usually several looks, that you're not just stuck to 1 or 2, if it's of course a well laid out story, of course. And this one looks to be, it looks like we've got some dark purple, some light purple. There's a like a red, ochre red, and then there's some shimmery shades there, which I believe were the duochromes. And then when you look at this second photo here, then you can see the other side of the red to see the other purple that's in here. They don't look, the 2 darker tones on the bottom there don't look, they look definitely a few shades off. One more blue, one being more purple. So I'm not seeing, call it anything too close. And then I'll go back to this other photo here again. The shade that is called REM, it looks really purpley in the one photo, and then when I switch to the second photo, it also looks like it switches colors a little bit. So they did say, I believe, that there were 3 duochromes in here. No, yes, 3 duochromes and 6 mattes. So, and the 2 are very obvious. I just don't know which the third one is. So, so it looks like the shade Sweet Dreams, which is on the top left, and then the middle shade that is called Hallucination seem to be 2 of them. So that looks really nice. Is it color story that I have? I think I originally would have said no, but the palette that I got in my ice cream box yesterday does have a shade that looks like the Sweet Dreams, but I don't have anything that's quite this combination. So I think this looks really good. $38.99 is a little pricey because of course it's going to be American and then you transfer it over to Canadian for a 9-pan palette, but that's the indie life, right? So this is a really pretty green. I really like this. I'm wearing one of my favorite sweatshirts again. Okay, so this is the Salem Cosmetics In My Dreams palette. Again, a $38.88. You can use the code SassyFair and it is already out. And just remember that it is a pre-order. It could take from anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks. And then I did manage from the video to grab a screenshot of some swatches, and then here are the swatches there. And they do look really nice, and the purples and pinks look almost kind of glowy, like they've got a bit of yeah, a glow to them. I've had a few, and it's mostly with Cosmic brushes, that they've had a few colors that were super, like they'll look pink or purple, but when you put them on, they have kind of like this alluring glow to them. And this looks like it has a few like that as well, which is really, really nice. And then one more look at the color story, and then you can let me know what you think of the In My Dreams palette. Is this something that calls to you? Is this something that you could build with your own collection? Let me know. And if you've used them before, like I said, I've been watching a few of their releases. I think I've a few times mentioned them on my page. And then when this popped up the other day, I was like, ooh, this is very pretty. I really like that a lot. So let me know what you think. Okay, so I've got my matte eyeshadow portion down, and then let's go on to the next release here. And this is another beauty. Let me just show you the cover here. And this is from Simply Posh Cosmetics, and this is the Aurora Lights palette. So my thing a lot sometimes with some indie brands is that they will do a beautiful color on a palette, and then the outside, or the inside, it doesn't match the outside, and then you're kind of disappointed because you're not getting the color story you were dreaming of by looking at the cover. But here's the inside. I think this one did really good, and I think it is pretty close. It is definitely giving you the purples and the greens, that kind of dark in the night sky kind of look that you would get from the bright lights. I think, ooh, that's really pretty. I think you really get this with this palette. And what do we got here? So again, the Simply Posh Cosmetics Aurora Lights. This palette contains 12 pigmented rich mattes along with 6 intense shifty shimmers. So again, you're looking at 18 shades. Back in 2021, I created Northern Lights, which was a 12-pan palette full of duochrome shimmers. I wanted to bring back this beautiful theme, but this time with mattes and new special shimmers. So it says here, the Aurora Lights will launch on Friday, December 15th, so that will be the day that you see this, at 3 p.m. CST at our usual price of $45. And then it says here, swatches to be posted soon, but I do have those. So I just want to talk a little bit about this color story and the layout. I really, really enjoy this layout. I love how they have the shimmery shades in the middle and then have the fancier shades on the top and bottom row. And then I also love that each of the rows has a color story that goes with it. So you could go 3-3 across the way. And then same thing too, from left to right on the tops. If you want to do mattes, you can do the top 3 and the next 3 would make a good eye look together. This is a really nice looking palette. This is one that I don't feel the need that I'd have to move any colors around because I'm like, oh, I wish this one was sitting next to this one or whatever. I don't have that with this palette. I think this looks really, really nice. And then it goes from lights and darks. And then when you're comparing to the last one with a 9-pan palette, 18 palettes for $45 for additional $7. This is definitely the value for your dollar, and it does have beautiful packaging. This looks really, really nice. And then as promised, I have so I'm going to start with the mattes and we'll use the shimmers for last. So here are the lighter shades from the top row. So it does have a kind of a neon-y look to it, which I think is really super pretty. Again, it has maybe it's something to do with more of those type of shades, the more pastel-y shades where you get that kind of glowing effect that I've been liking so much the last little while. But it looks really, really pretty. And then here's the opposite where you can see all the dark shades in the palette, and then you can see how dark they really go. So, and then here is the swatches of all the shimmers. And then they go nicely. I would say like half would go with the top lighter shades, and the other half would balance really nice with the dark shades. I think that looks really, really nice. This is a really cute color story. So is that something that you may consider adding to cart today? What do you think of this color story? Is this something that you already have in your collection, or can you dupe? I don't think so in the shimmer row. I think maybe I could do about half of this. I don't think I could do the whole palette. Yeah. And there we go. There's the Simply Posh Cosmetics, the Aurora Lights. And again, 12 rich mattes, 6 intense shifty shimmers. It's out tomorrow, $45 US, and it's 3 p.m. CST. So let's get on to the next release here. Okay, so I just put some blush on. I just use the Sex and Death shade from the Randy Rules. I use the lightest, the I'll Be Right Back, to use as a little bit of bronzer. And now for the highlight, I think I'm going to use the shade Randy right there as we go on to the next release here. And then this is glasses. Now this is from Lip Lab. So I got this off of a Trend Mood, and this is their new Sketch and Shade Precision Cream Liner. It's online and in store. It's line fill, sketch and shade with this pigmented, creamy, velvety matte lip liner. So yeah, the other day I was using some that I got in my ice cream box. They were nice liners, but they were really hard. And that's kind of like the old school pencil liners. And it was like, I think I've kind of gotten used to the softer ones. So this one looks kind of cool to me. So we'll just pop up first here. You can see the colors here. This is Lip Lab, and that's like the packaging. And it says here, with this pigmented, creamy, velvety matte lip liner, features a unique angled tip that allows for both precision application and all over shading, infused with a silky oil for a smooth, easy glide effect and softer looking lips. It prevents feathering and fading, a creamy formula that glides onto lips with rich color payoff, soft focus, velvet matte finish, and it's vegan and cruelty free. So then we'll just go and pop up here, this photo here, and then you can see the colors and then the shape of the lip liners there. I think Wilma was talking to you about how she's always looking for a really good lip liner. So these are looking pretty good. I know Wilma uses more brighter colors than I think these would be, but the packaging and that looks really, really nice. It's kind of nice to not have to sharpen, and that you can just roll up your as you need some extra lips. Because there's nothing more annoying than putting it on and all of a sudden you can feel the pencil, and then you've got to go and sharpen it up. So yeah. And then it says here, use the universally flattering shades to amplify your custom Lip Lab balm, gloss, or lipstick, or even wear them on their own. It says they're $25 USD or 35 Canadian dollars. Okay, so there's kind of the rub. That is a little expensive for a lip liner, I have to say. The shades are Romantic Rose, a soft pink neutral, a Tonal Taupe, a light brown neutral, Baroque Flush, a warm natural pink, Mauve Motif, a deep plum brown, Modern Mocha, a warm deep brown, and Realist Red, a blue toned classic red, which is my favorite. Okay, bundles, $40, includes 2 lip liners when you create your own lip product, lipstick, lip balm, or gloss, so that's for in-store only. And then from Trend Mood, it says here, honestly, the experience at Lip Lab is priceless and the formulas are chef's kiss. So good. I use the nude combo to create. I create it every day now. It's the first time using their gloss and I'm impressed. This can be the perfect gift for the holidays. Yes. So here there's a picture you can see in the lab there, her holding them, and then you can blend your own color. So if you go to Trend Mood, you can see the video of her seeing how they were mixing up some lipsticks, and then here you can see the swatches of the colors here. And if you watch the video, they look like they went on really, really nicely. So they do definitely look like a really nice lip liner formula. But the price is still a little and there's no Lip Labs here, so I think it might be just an American thing. But anyway, so there we go. We've got the 5 shades, $25 US, $35 Canadian. That's a bit of a jump, even with the exchange. But anywho, you can get them at a deal if you custom and make shades. But then it was saying in stores only, so maybe you can't really custom online. So there we go. There is the Lip Lab and their new liner, something a little bit different. I kind of like it. What do you think? Is this something that you would try? Have you ever made a custom lipstick? Alrighty, so I was just playing with the Cemetery Sludge liner. This is the purple shade. Does it have a name other than that? It is Dead is Better, and this is a great eyeliner. Wow, now I wish I got some other colors when they were on sale for $5. Wow, okay, I'm gonna keep an eye out. Creature Cosmetics. Yeah, I like that liner. That's great. So that comes up to our last release of today, which is Creature Cosmetics. So we don't have a lot of information here yet, but enough that I am excited. So one of my favorite kind of TV horror characters when I was a kid, and my mom loved this character as well, is the Crypt Keeper. And of course, they've redone Creepshow. I've been watching it on and off between some murder mysteries from season 1 again. I believe there's 4 seasons. Here's just the little header saying the officially licensed collection coming this holiday season. So I'm not sure if this is something to do, because I've been keeping it pretty close to their chest, if this is something that's going to be for around Boxing Day, around Christmas, if it's going to be next week. Sometimes they only sneak peek the majority a few days before their release. So there is that. But anyways, yeah, so that's what I'm excited for. Here is the first actual big sneak peek, and this is for the palette. And this is the most fun you'll ever have being scared, introducing our new officially licensed Creepshow line. First announcement, the Shades of Suspense and Horror palette. Features 14 jolting shades of terror inspired by all 5 stories from the original film. We've opened the crate to bring you some of the most jaw-dropping shades possible. You might just lose your lunkhead. We're creeping up on you and fast, so get ready for our final creepy collection of 2023. Keep your eyes peeled for more Creepshow announcements and the launch date. We have some very exciting announcements for 2024 starting on our birthday this year, January 1st. And there you go. You can see the cover. It kind of looks like, you know, the comic book. If you watch the Creepshow TV show or the movies, they show the tales in the comic book in kind of like a comic book format, and with each creepy tale, and then of course it's told by our creepy little crypt keeper. And so it's funny because I really wanted the Terrifier collection, and I really wanted that purse. Oh, this is the lipstick. It's so cool. It's in like a little VCR packaging. I love their packaging. It's so much fun. And I love their lip formula as well. So it's going to be interesting. We've got some green, we've got some purple, and now we're going to have some orange. Yeah, so looking at this palette, so no, I'm normally not one for crazy shapes, things that you may get more bang for your buck, as in you can use your space to add more colors, but I do think it's very fun how they have looks for each corner, and then you have a set of shades in the center. Now this is a fun color. All right, so there's our finished look using the Creature Cosmetics, and then we can finish off talking about the release, and we can discuss the palette, which is the only sneak peek that we've gotten so far. So when you look again, it has the 4 quadrants, and then it has the scary face in the center, and then 2 other shades, which is a red and the blue. So when you look at the top left, it's like purple and red with a shimmer, then you've got a green with some neutral, Then you've got some, looks like more like aqua turquoisey type on the bottom left, and then on the bottom right you're looking at some like orange and gold, and then again the red and the blue in the center. So you can definitely have 4 looks with the quadrants, the 2 shades mixing from the center. Unless you want to do a red and blue look, you can mix and match with the other shades there. Again, it's, yes, if you didn't do it this way with the quadrants, which is like 4 comic book pages, and then the center, yeah, you could definitely add more than, what is there, 3, so there's 6, 12, 14 shades, so you could definitely add more to the collection, but that's kind of, I guess, kind of not the point. You're doing a really fun collection, with the intellectual property, and you're trying to use make it as much fun. So with comics and the cartoons and the color stories, and you also have amazing products, and the quality is really good. I really like them. Look at this liner. I'm in love with this liner. I love their lipstick. It feels like I've got nothing on my lips, though I will give you a heads up. It's really hard to get off, so you probably have to do a double, triple cleanse or use some oil. They do have, which I should have got, shoulda, woulda, coulda. They have this little skull that has their lip remover on there, and they had that on sale too. But again, we all know how this no buy is going, but again, it was pretty cheap to get all this and to get this fun look using my Creature Cosmetics. So yeah, so we don't have a lot of information. It is something that is coming soon. So it could be within the next week or could be in the next 2 weeks. That's basically all the time that's left if it's coming out in 2023. I'm really excited. Like I said, I kind of wanted the Terrifier bag, and or maybe I didn't finish that thought. So I wanted the Terrifier bag, but I'm just thinking that if I could get a Crypt Keeper bag, that would be even better if they did that. I don't know. So I was hoping not to buy anything more this year, but you never know. This is looking really good. So if there is a really cool bag or something else that I really want, you know, this could be the one thing out of the small amount that we had here today that I would possibly buy. Like I said, I love their lip products. I love this liner so much. So if a liner came out with this collection, that would be great. These little 2-shade palettes are amazing. I really like them. So if you just want to try their quality out, I would definitely try these. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of Creature Cosmetics, so I'm very excited. So I just kind of wanted to make this about new releases, pop on some makeup, but kind of tie in the makeup with one of the new releases for once. So that's our video for today. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that notification bell. If not, that's okay. We can still be friends, and we can still slap some Creature Cosmetics onto our faces. As always, behave, make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.